For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So,
For the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion. I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
so have a seat. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
If I don't come here, warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that.
Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh, I'm going to stop you right there. And I want you to hear me clearly.
All right, guys. Today we're watching a unique courtroom encounter between a sovereign citizen and Judge Boyd. What makes this case stand out is Judge Boyd's unexpected approach. She's using patience and kindness rather than confrontation. It's refreshing to see a judge take the high road, and it feels like she's playing 4D chess while the sovereign citizen is still stuck in checkers. Her calm, strategic demeanor turns the situation into something both entertaining and insightful. Let me know what you think of Judge Boyd's approach as we dive into the video and witness her methodically handle this chaotic courtroom moment.
Oh, how's it going?
Be better.
All right. So my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right. You're more than welcome to represent yourself. But here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial, and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules, so let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. What, you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I am the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right, so you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right, well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me. There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right, so just 1 second before we get to that. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right, so we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right, have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974. State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly. All right? I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for. So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Oh, you don't understand? All right then. Let's go ahead and order a competency evaluation. Honestly, at this point, it feels like the law needs an upgrade just to deal with sovereign citizens. Imagine if there was a law specifically designed to prevent them from wasting the court's time. What if we had a mandatory reality check exam for anyone wanting to represent themselves in court? If they pass, great, they can proceed as pro se defendants. But if they fail, they'd be required to have a licensed attorney. These folks genuinely believe that simply declaring, "I'm not subject to your laws," somehow grants them immunity from legal rulings. Spoiler alert, it never works. Judges don't just ignore laws because someone waves around obscure paperwork or recites misunderstood legal jargon. The Constitution already outlines everyone's rights and responsibilities and applies to them too, whether they accept it or not. At some point, you just have to laugh at how deep into denial some of them are. Seriously, these people need to put down the crayons and start facing reality.
What that means is, for example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness. You need surgery. And you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, "Hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this." How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, "Oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment." Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call managed assigned counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. Well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
Yeah. All right, Norma, get someone from managed assigned counsel here, please. All right, just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down. All right.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no. Let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from managed assigned counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right. So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
We're
Just one stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right, we're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment.
Man, this guy is just digging himself deeper with every word he says. He can't even keep track of his own lies at this point. The judge clearly explained the charges to him, laid everything out in simple terms, but he's still sitting there acting completely clueless, like he has no idea what's going on. It's almost like he believes that the longer he drags things out, the more effective his little sovereign citizen routine will be. Newsflash, it's not working. In fact, it's just getting more embarrassing with every passing minute. How do you walk into a courtroom, get told exactly what you're being charged with, and then pretend like facts and truth don't matter? It really feels like he's putting on some bizarre performance for attention. And let's not forget, lying in court is perjury, which is a serious criminal offense. The judge spelled everything out for him, and yet he's still lying right to her face. At this point, it's hard to see how this ends well for him. He's only making things worse.
Furthermore,
let me
let
stop
the
you.
record also show.
Mr. Casanova, let me ask you a question. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so let the record reflect that Mr. Casanova has been given the copy of the indictment. And the copy of the indictment, it tells him what he is charged with. You may continue.
Now, these charges, are they civil? Is this a civil charge or a criminal charge?
All right, that is something that if you had an attorney to represent you, they would be able to tell you. What the court can tell you is that you are in a felony court and this is a criminal court.
Okay. So, this being a criminal, let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal action. My following question would be, the Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under the admiralty or military tribunal. In which of these two jurisdictions does this court intend to try me?
All right, so this is what is going to happen, Mr. Casanova. Someone from Managed Assigned Counsel is going to come over and you can speak with them or not speak with them. But the questions that you are asking the court are not, some of them are not in any shape, form, or fashion related to the fact that you're in a criminal district court. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be violating your oath of office if you did your duty under the Constitution. I am not seeking legal advice. What I want to know is legal intent.
Mhm.
I have the right to appear as myself in my own person without a licensed attorney. In order to intelligently defend myself, I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
Mhm.
Let's see. So therefore, will you please answer the question so that way this court is properly identified?
All right, you're in the 187 District Court. It's a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor.
Thank you. This Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under
All right, I'm going
admiralty or
to
military
counsel.
tribunal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there. What is going to end up happening, I want you to hear me clearly. An attorney is coming over for Managed Assigned Counsel, period. That's it. So have a seat. Managed Assigned Counsel will come over. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat. Thank you.
Usually, I can't stand soft judges because they often come across as ineffective, especially when dealing with sovereign citizens. Most of the time, judges either lose control or just don't handle these cases the right way. But honestly, I wouldn't call Judge Boyd soft at all. She has this calm, collected demeanor that actually works perfectly against someone like this guy. And truthfully, this might be the most effective way to handle sovereign citizens. Yelling at them just feeds into their delusion and makes them even more unbearable. But Judge Boyd, she's clearly very intelligent and methodical in how she's processing every single response. You can tell she's several steps ahead the entire time, handling everything like a seasoned professional. Meanwhile, this guy is being completely outsmarted on every level. And the funniest part? He has absolutely no clue. He genuinely thinks he's in control, while Judge Boyd is playing like a fiddle. It's both impressive and hilarious watching him walk into every logical trap she sets without realizing it. What do you guys think of her strategy? Let's dive back in and see how it all plays out.
We have talked.
Mhm.
I've informed him that I'm here, to help him in whatever he needs help with.
Mhm.
He's going to consider what help he thinks he might need from me, and I know he wants to put something on the record.
Okay. All right. And so you'll be appointed as standby
Yes.
counsel then.
I've kind of explained my role and what that means and how I can help him with something as simple as e-filing or that type of thing. So.
All right. We're going to go back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. Mr. Casanova, if you'll come forward. Yes. All right. So, Mr. Casanova, Mr. Bonk is going to be your standby counsel. And that's someone that if you have questions, you can ask him legal questions or what you may have.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right.
Uh,
And he informed me you wanted to place something on the record?
yes, for the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion.
All right. Who threatened or coerced you to come to court?
The county of Bear, Texas.
How
State.
so?
Well, if I don't come here, then warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that. So that's why I'm here under special appearance to clarify any misunderstandings and to let it be known where I stand on the record.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I said everything that needed to be said.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall your case in 1 month. It's going to be a discovery setting. So that's to make sure that you have all the information that the state has concerning your case. Do you understand?
I do understand.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for Mr. Casanova. And after you receive all the discovery, then the next setting is going to be a plea deadline date. The state will tender an offer to you at the next setting. And then I'll give you your plea deadline date, and you can accept the state's offer or come to an agreement or not. If you're unable to come to an agreement at that time, it'll be scheduled for jury trial.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I have no further questions.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson is going to give me a date, and then you'll sign it. Mr. Bonk will sign it to signify when you're to come back. All right.
I appreciate your time.
All right, you're welcome, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right, so we'll be back on July 29th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Yes.
If something were to come up and I need to maybe reschedule that date, is that a possible thing to
You'll
come
need-
up ahead of time?
You'll need to speak to the court coordinator, and they will let you know. I will tell you the rescheduling of cases. Are you in the hospital? You're not in the hospital, you need to be here.
Okay,
You understand?
so pretty much no excuse, be here.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I honestly have no idea why this guy is smiling. Like, what is there to be happy about? He's clearly putting on an act, pretending to be clueless, and now he's trying to get all friendly with the judge? Come on, man. Nobody's buying it. And then he actually had the nerve to ask if they could reschedule the court date? That just screams suspicious. It's obvious he's trying to delay the process and avoid accountability altogether. But what he doesn't realize is that these tactics are only going to make things worse for him in the long run. He seems to think he's outsmarting the system, but really, he's just digging himself into a deeper hole. I'm honestly a little creeped out by how smiley and relaxed he is. Like, does he even understand the seriousness of what's happening? It all feels so fake and forced. I seriously doubt he has any real understanding of what he's getting himself into. The judge has already given him every opportunity to take responsibility and clean up his mess, but he keeps acting like he's in control. Spoiler alert, he's not. Every step he takes just makes it more obvious that he's in way over his head, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Something tells me it's not going to end well for him. This case was definitely a weird one, but I have to say, I really enjoyed watching how Judge Boyd handled it. She stayed calm, composed, and completely outclassed this guy at every turn. She didn't let his nonsense shake her, and honestly, she schooled him from start to finish. Let me know what you thought of Judge Boyd's approach in this case. Personally, I think she handled it like a pro. I'm wrapping it up here, but drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you all have to say. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos like this every single day, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care.